Hello, beautiful people. Today I decided to record a video with the meta decks from April's season. Over here you will have 6 decks. Maybe I will also decide to record a second one with a few more decks that right now being in meta. Let me know in the comment sections if you are willing to watch something like this, because obviously these 6 decks that I prepared for you right now, they are not the only one who are considered as the best ones in the game. Okay, so let me just walk you through the decks and let's see how it's work. So the first, it's gonna be a stockpile. Northern Realms. So as you can see over here, although the Temerian infantry got nerfed and right now it's at 6 points of provision, it's still considered as a card that needs to be included in the meta deck, which is, like, I would say, pretty much really interesting. Although also Flotsam got into 10 points of provision, it's still in the meta deck, which I also find very interesting. So now let's go through all the cards. Stockpile, obviously here it's for Faulty Sprite with Henselt, 5 ticks of leader ability, Crystal Skull to prevent locks or poisons, then King Henselt, which is who is played into Faulty Sprite, and then we have our super engine with the damage ability. Currently Heatwave, Toll Punish, control option, Vigo's Muzzle, also another control option, Flotsam, right now at 10 points of provision, but still considered as a card that should be included in the meta deck. King Radovit, it will give us 2 additional ticks of a leader ability. Queen Adalia, to spawn and play a copy of a bronze non-neutral soldier. Royal Decree for consistency. Faulty Sprite, obviously it will be summoned by Henselt. Temerian infantry for 6 points of provision. It still gives us 13 points of a boost. Redenian Secret thinning, but also it prevents one of our units to be locked. Boiling Oil, another control option. Then the casting contest played into Temerians, to once again for 5 points of provision you will get 13 points of power. Caro Ballista, this is another machine that should be included in our deck. 2 Griffin Witchers, if they are not responded, if you don't have answer for them, they play for over 20 points in every round if they are played early in the game. And since we have a Crystal Skull, I would consider using Crystal Skull on one of the Griffin Witchers. Then obviously 2 Reinforced Ballistas. Siege Masters, since we play so many machines, this thinning will also appear on our deck, on the board. Siege Support, first you play Siege Support, then you play King Radovit, and then automatically you don't need to wait, you will get the Zeal ability. So this is, I would say, pretty much interesting. Then obviously Kedweni Revenants, which are also, like, I would say, pretty challenging. If you don't have an answer for them, they can also create a crazy value. Siege Tower as additional machine. Okay, so that was deck number 1. Then we go to Symbiosis. After the changes of Philavandrel, right now it's being played when you use Instagrim's Council. Then it will get 2 points of boost, and then you will create and play a Scoia'tael's special card. So as you know, you need to play him in the melee row. So then we have Nature's Gift, 3 ticks of our leader ability. Here we have Tactical Advantage, Oquen. But what I would say that in the meta deck that the pro players they are playing, they use Tactical Advantage. In my opinion, it should be changed into Crystal Skull just to prevent Oquen being locked. I would say that would be more beneficial for us, and this 1 point of power wouldn't matter. So I would definitely change this one into a Crystal Skull. Then we have Simlas Fin Abdabair. Obviously he will be played into Equinox. Philavandrel, as I mentioned before, played into 7 provision card, which is right now frog mating season, so it was changed. Right now it has 1 less point of provision power. Then we have Escal Pathfinder, Toll Punisher, Call of the Forest. in the round 1 you will play it into GWENT. In the later stage of the game you will play it into Seamless. Instagram obviously into Filavandrel. Fauve, our Thinning. Tempest played into 2 Biting Frosts. Frogmating Season can be played in this deck twice. Herald as our last say. Then we have Moren as a control option with Log. Beautiful Harvest, nature card. 2 Spring Equinoxes was already discussed. 2 Nature's Rebuke for the control. Hamadryad, obviously you will play both ticks on 2 of these cards. Naiad Fledgling played on the right hand side of the Hamadryad. Biting Frost was already discussed. 1 Dryad Caress for Purifying. Naiad's Pond Keeper as a Naiad, so it should be already infused by utilizing GWENT. Then we have another meta, which is Jackpot still, and Jackpot, obviously this is our last say with Captain Iago. Tiger's Eyes to get coins. Madame Marquise should be played in round 1 just to get Thinning, and obviously this deck prefers blue coin. So if you have Tiger's Eye, you click it and then you play Madame with 1 Sly and 1 Passiflora. Novigrad should be played early in round 2. King of Beggars, since we are playing tributes, he will pop out from the deck. Captain Iago as our last say. Coranti Heatwave as a control option. Royal Decree, just to make sure we get Madame in the first round. The Flying Redanian, our Thinning, and obviously it's a carryover for 3 rounds. Conjurer's Candle, our coin spender. Freak Show, our control option. Sol de Navarrete, our engine. Khvitr and Aladia, this is also a great card, especially if we have 6 coins in our pouch. Slides, absolutely amazing card. For 5 points of provision you get really great engines which are really difficult to be answered. Shady Vendors, outplay them in the range row, but it's up to you guys. Fistek, our control option. Avended Plunder, this is also our option to get one unit which will spend the coins. Sewer Riders as Thinning. Then you have Tax Collector and Bare Knuckles, so also great cards for 4 points of provision, and 2 engines of Passiflora features. Fistek, this is also our control option. So as you can see, you play 2 Fistek, you play only 1 Fistek Trafficker, so throughout the game you're looking for poisoning 1 unit. Obviously you can play Shady Vendor in the melee row, and then by doing this you will get 1 more Fistek if you're lucky. Then we have obviously Orin Ritual. This is a deck that is well known, and it's been ongoing for I would say, I think this is the 3rd month when this deck is still in meta. What is interesting that the pro players decided to play Svalblot here, and also Crow's Eye, which is also pretty interesting. So like always, Orin Ritual. Then we have Mask of Uroboros for Thinning, Svalblot for 3rd round. Portal should be played early in the game to get our 4 provision cards on board. Kertrolde, a card that should be played in the 2nd round to have this control option. Svalblot Totem, obviously played with Svalblot in the 3rd round. Sigvald, amazing card right now at 10 points of provision, but this is still a great and amazing card, which I would say unlimited I would say number of points that it can create. Draco Turtle, also an amazing card with 6 points of armor that can be removed, and obviously it's going to be our engine. Olgierd Immortal, great especially with Kertrolde and with Knut. Mata Uri, just to make sure we're gonna get Svalblot. Sigrida's Riot can be played into several cards. One of the options is obviously Sigvald, then we also have Svalblot, then we also have Draco Turtle. Knut, if it stays on board, it's just absolutely ridiculous, because if you have Olgierd Immortal, then in every single turn you deal 5 points of damage. Also it can be played with Draco Turtle and with Sigvald. Wild card, after the boost, you only need to use 2 ticks of a leader ability on him. Verification, we have obviously card rolled here that can be changed. Dwema Wędra, you can replay card rolled by them twice. Then Svalblot as an engine. Vial of Forbidden Knowledge, it's 844, plus this is a target for verification. Mardrom, and I like to use them on Sigvald because then it's gonna create a crazy value and you will have a super removal, plus not to mention that you will create crazy amount of points. Crow's Eye, Purify an allied unit and boost it by 4. This is also great, especially for Sigvald if he's getting locked. Megascopes, just to paste copy some of the where is that? You can obviously here copy Svalblot Priest, and also you can copy Bear Witcher Adept. And oh sorry, then you have Bear Witcher Adepts and 2 Armored Drakers. So as you can see, this deck is still pretty consistent. It's still in the meta, and definitely it's in the meta for a certain reason. I would say that you will win with this deck approximately 85% of the games, because it's definitely very hard to respond of the great cards that it consists. With card rolled at 11 points of provision, it's included in every Skellige deck, also for a reason, because this is a very strong and challenging card. Then we have the meta from Nilfgaard. After the buffs that was created for Nilfgaard Assimilate, as you can see, like Duchess Informant, also right now Braytons, it's more present, also Lydia. So I would say this is a pretty challenging deck. Here we have Enslave, obviously at 6 points. Crystal Skull to prevent locks and poisons. Torres should be played early in the game in round 1 just to create 3 spying units. Artedo, this is our engine, plus it can create a great card, great gold that will also give us a victory. Stefan Skellen, you will play it once you have all the Assimilate engines on board. Then you have Braytons with the ability to create 1 Duchess Informant. Coop de Grace, definitely we have plenty of targets for Coop. Jan Calvate, basically I would say this is the best card regarding consistency in the game. Vilgefortz, our Troll Punisher. Artois Vigo, you can play it into several cards. Mage Torturer, also Duchess Informant, so you have plenty of choices. Then you have Lydia. After the buff, it's great. Definitely another card that will give us options for the Assimilate cards. False Siri, as you know, pretty challenging card, but it can be responded in many ways. But if it's not responded, then it can also create a crazy value. Mage Torturess, 2 copies of it. Imperial Diplomacy, also a great card with a super synergy with our Assimilate. This is just a tactic, guys. Tourney Jazz, great card, also a control option. Battle Preparation, just for the tactic tick. Obsidian Mirror, in some games it can be great, in some basically useless. Buhurt, just because we played Siri. And Emissary if we don't have a target for Duchess Informant. And obviously a Duchess Informant. So as you can see, after the changes, I would say that Assimilate got much more stronger, and right now it's pretty challenging. And then the last card, the last deck that I prepared for today, this is Inspired Zeal, and this deck is absolutely, I would say, like amazing, and it's so hard to combat this deck because it creates crazy amount of points. Plus, it has lots of control tools. Inspired Zeal, after even the nerf, it's still played, and I would say this is the best leader ability regarding Northern Realms. Curse Scroll, obviously here we have this to play Temple of Melitele early in the game. Then King Demavent, our Thinning, and also a great card. If you play 2 winches on it, it can create crazy amount of value in round 1. Amphibious Assault, after the buff, for only 12 points of provision, it's absolutely amazing. Then we have King Radovid to get 2 additional ticks of Inspired Zeal. Raffard's Vengeance, our Thinning, also a great card. Then we had Radovid Judgment. just make sure you will play it, and so you just need to get rid of all the 5 ticks so it can be played, and then you will also do the damage. Black Ryla, this is also a great engine, and it really like has a synergy with our deck. Hubert Drake, our thinning. John Natalis, after the buff, as you can see, it's included in the meta deck. A Boiling Oil control option. Caro Ballista, this is just a machine plus this damages option, plus Reinforced Ballista. 2 Siege Masters, so we can make sure, that's why we play, as you can see, these cards, so we're sure that once we're gonna get a Siege Master, it will be placed on the board and we can get additional card. 2 winches for King Demavent. Cursed Knight, this is just like a you know, I would say control option for us. If our opponent plays Ciri, then you can transform this into another Cursed Knight. This is a great card. Also, if one of our cards is getting poisoned, then this is our response. Infantry, and this is just after the buff. I think it's great. This is also a card that can create crazy value with Kedveni Revenant. Kerak Marine, just to give a buff to some of our units. So I would say regarding the 6 decks, this is, I would say, most probably with the Orin Ritual, very difficult to be responded. The thinning is huge in this deck because you have Hubert Drake, you have Rafard's Vengeance, you have 2 Siege Masters, plus the cards that can be drawn by Amphibious Assault and Kingdom Event. Guys, this is insane. So guys, this is these are the meta decks that I prepared for today. If you're willing to watch more of them, I would say definitely there are like 4 or maybe 5 steel decks that are like really very strong in the game, and definitely they are, I would say, worth mentioning. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time and support. Please like, subscribe and comment, guys. See you in the next video. And the last announcement, please go to the nearest shelter and adopt the dog. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.